going to start the recording. So we're going to do scientific method review today. So we're going to work on assignments together. And so the other thing we're going to do is we're going to work on, and I'm going to keep looking over my computer here. We're going to work on the vocabulary, okay? But we're going to work this together. All right. So I'm going to have you guys sign into this. Let me get you the link here and show the screen as well. All right, share the music. And there we go. All right, so let's do this. Okay, here is the link, and I will give you that. Okay. Hey, Samayu. How are you? Here's the link if you guys will get in. And like I said, I'll help you with this so you get the perfect score. Perfect score. And I'm going to get my head out of there. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you guys. You don't know how much it means to me that you guys are coming in and participating. Hey, Elroy, good morning. Oh, sorry, it's afternoon. Hi, Elroy. Brennan, how are you? All my regulars are here. Andrew, how are you? Okay, I haven't seen you as a regular yet, so I marked. Um, so hey, but you are going to be now. You're going to be now. Aiden, good morning. Good afternoon. Get in there. Get in there, Aiden. Here's the link to this. Got Sabrina. We've got Brennan. We got Adriana, Samayo, Cadence. So we've got 13 people and 8 of us here. All right. Natalia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we got Aiden in there. All right. Kendall's here. Come on, Kendall. Kimsey. Get in there. All right. Okay, so we're going to get started on this. All right, like I said, I'm going to help you out. So let's get started. 9 people out of 15. All right, so let me help you matching this thing here, okay? So making an observation is number 1. All right, making an observation is number 1. Analyzing results is number 5. Number 5. Doing an experiment. Oh, let me write these down here. I can do this. Okay. Making an observation is 1. Analyzing results is 5. Doing an experiment is 4. Forming a hypothesis is 2. And reporting results is 3. If you can see that, get that in there. All right. 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. If yours is the same order as mine, it might not be. All right. And if you can see the link there, hey, Elroy, if you can see the link, jump in. We still have room for you, still have time for you. All right. So this is a nice way to practice. You saw this yesterday. You probably are going to be better at it today than you were yesterday. All right. So let me close this out, see how many people we got. Brendan. Now, if for some reason you have a laggy computer, have been having people say that they try to click or the button doesn't show up, what you can do is in the private chat, go ahead and give me your answer, and that'll give you credit for this extra credit participation points. Okay. Right. So if now this one you're not going to put anything in the private chat, but next ones you will. All right. Hey Jace, how are you? Get into that. We just started the quizzes, so get in there if you can. Same way with you. Who else we got here? We got okay. We got Brennan. We got Cadence. We got oh, Brendan's in there twice. That's why he's not showing up there. Steven, Samayo, Sabrina, Adriana, Natalia, and Aiden. So come on in, get in there. All right. Doesn't end until we get the person out of there. So if you can, that would be great. All right. Next slide. All right. So let me see the full question. A series of steps used by scientists to solve a problem or an answer. If you answered scientific method, that's what we've been talking about, right? This is me when I was a baby, had a little bit of hair, and I cried all the time. I was always sad. I don't know why. Don't know why. Don't ask me, but I would cry. All right. And I'm going to see if I can remove somebody here. How do I do that? I thought I could. Nope. Let's see. Leaderboard. Nope. Spin the wheel. Live. Okay. All right. End question. Thought I could do that. Maybe that. Oh, I know that's on Kahoot. Because Brendan's in there twice, so it's like he has to answer twice in order for it to stop. All right, so scientific method, that's what we're doing. All right, Sabrina, what you can do is just put your answer in the private chat. If you can't get in, do the private chat answer. So like you could have put in scientific method in there. Same way if Elroy, if you want to do the private chat versus trying to answer these questions this way. Same with you, Devin. There's still a link in there. You guys still can get in there. Still can get in. This is only question 2. You have 10 questions. I figure if you can do 5 questions or more, a testable explanation. All right, testable explanation is got to be our hypothesis, right? The hypothesis, right? The hypothesis. I don't know what animal that is, but looks terrible. Looks terrible. So hypothesis, if you've got it. All right. Hey, thanks, Jace, for getting in there. If it doesn't let you click, go ahead and put the answer in the private chat. Private chat works. All right, I'm going to move on. Private chat works. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I understand, Brendan. I understand. All right, next question. So if you can still get in there. All right. Type testing a hypothesis often involves what? We have to test something. When we test something, we do an experiment. So here's my beaker. A lot of times, this looks like a hat. A lot of times things explode. So it's an experiment. I sometimes experiment with test tubes, but I don't know what I'm going to do. So this is an experiment here of my drawing. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. All right. So most people got experiment, I hope. Yep. So we got 20 people again, 20 people out of 59. Well, less than half the people show up after lunch. I'm sure glad you guys do. Thanks for coming, Elroy. You're the best. All right, so next, what's this? This is halfway point. A variable in an experiment is one that's being changed by the scientist. All right, so remember the variable that's being changed is the independent variable. The independent variable is the one that's being changed. So whether we get the vaccine or we don't get the vaccine, That's the independent variable that we're putting in there. All right. So, hey, Alexis, who else is in here that I haven't said hello to? Levi, good afternoon. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. If you have that answer, you could also put it in the private chat. That counts as credit. All right. So laggy computers this afternoon happens to the best of us. All right, so independent variable. Next question, 6 out of 10. All right, the name for the information that can get in from your computer to organize in charts and graphs. Yeah, if you're putting down data, that is what we're looking for, data. You organize this into graphs. Looks like observation conclusions, but it's talking about the information, how we organize it, and that's where the data comes in. Okay. All right, all done there. All right, 14 people in there. Thank you very much for trying your best. That's all we could do. Try our best. Next question. Next question. Dependent variable means, all right, it's what is being measured. This is a tough one. A lot of people get these mixed up. What is being measured? Remember, the independent variable is the scientists control that. That is where they deliberately control things. They have control issues. All right. So, end question. Oh, we got one more person in there. Thank you. Who is that? Thank you for coming in. Hey, Justin, thanks so much. Appreciate it. I know your score will be low, but it's the effort that counts. Next question, because you didn't get into until after 5, so I appreciate it. If you increase the amount of spinach you eat, then you will increase your iron in your blood. What is the dependent variable? Is it increase the amount of iron in your blood or the spinach you eat? So this one is the amount will increase the iron, because this is the independent variable, because you in your experiment you give them more to eat or less to eat. So this is the dependent variable is the result of eating the spinach. So your iron will go up as a result. So it's dependent on the spinach. Popeye would say the same thing, except for he gets stronger. Popeye, the sailor. That's how I started eating my spinach. I used to watch Popeye when I was a kid, and if it could make him strong, I would be strong. I would be strong. All right, yep. So some of you got it wrong there, but that's okay. That's why we're doing this. All right. So yeah, you should get this one. This is the independent variable, because you're varying what the spinach, how much spinach you're giving your person there, right? Now, somebody might think this is an unethical experiment, forcing people to eat spinach, but you got to remember, people, get they come in experiments like this as a result of signing up. So they sign up for these things. Hey, we got a couple more people in there, and I can't see their names because I got too much. All right, end question here. All right, so I got this link over here that's just making it hard for me to see everybody. Who is it? Okay, first 5. All right. So spinach. Some people said increase, so that's the independent. All right, number 10, last question. Which of these is a qualitative? It's qualitative data. Qualitative. Fuzzy and colorful. Remember, qualitative doesn't use numbers, so the ruler is the quantitative. So I can tell you, everybody should hit. I think you're supposed to hit the red one because I wanted you to hit two, but I messed up on this one. So just hit the red ball, not the yellow ruler, because, or it's the other way around. You might all miss this one because I forgot what this one was. Let's see, because I was supposed to remember to this at lunchtime, and I have forgotten to do it. So let me see. Yep, it was the red ball. So my bad. Should have been. I was supposed to get the both of those. Okay, so we are done with this. Okay, so let me close this out here. All right, so what we're going to do today, we have an assignment we're going to work on as a review, and tomorrow we're going to work on the assignment that, if you haven't done that already, worksheet 1. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get this finish up on our scientific method, I should say. I will show you the upload this file to the big blue button. And let me see, where is that? Graphic organizer. Nope. Scientific method. There we go. 822. Open. All right. So if you haven't had a chance to participate today in the quizzes, we're going to do some questions in the big blue button, which will count as credit as well. Because, again, it sometimes you get the glitch. Oh, Elroy got in. Okay, all right. So here we go. Okay, so the scientific method. All right, so we're going to kind of give you a little guess at the end here, see how you're doing. All right. So let me give you this question here. This one was from yesterday. No, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do which one here? I'm going to do this one here. It's coming up pretty quick. Pretty quick. There we go. Let's do this one. A, B, C, or D. This one was from yesterday. Which group is a control group? Remember, trying to remember those things can be a problem. So if you are giving off, if you're doing offline time, offline tracker, this is where you take control group, and you write down what it means. All right, and looks like most of you have gotten this right. All right. So if you can put that in there, got some of you. So remember, it's both A and B. It's both. Control group serves as a comparison. One variable is being tested, is removed. So we are given, the control group does not get the medicine. The control group does not get the fertilizer. The control group, okay, is what we compare the ones that got the medicine. So it is letter D, both of them. We use it comparison, and we use it to give people no medicine when they go, they're surprised. Did I get the medicine? Well, you will find out. You don't even know when you take it. All right, so let's see. Okay. So, all right, so here we are on recording and analyzing results. So the data that has been collected must be organized and analyzed and determine whether it's reliable and does it support the thesis or hypothesis. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some practical applications of this this hour. We're going to take a look at an experiment, and you're going to vote whether what was the control group, and did it validate the hypothesis. All right, so drawing conclusions. we have to find out if the hypothesis is validated or supported or not. Okay, it's okay if it's not. It just means that you predicted or guessed wrong, and that's okay. We all do that. We make some guesses, we look at the results, and then we say, hey, I didn't make it. It's okay to make mistakes. I mean, I don't know how many mistakes. Gosh, the post-it note is a mistake, right? Saran wrap or plastic wrap that you cover your food was a mistake. So, and then but you got post-it note. Now you got saran wrap. So there's a whole kinds of things that were mistakes in the beginning, but then they found other uses for them. So that was just kind of cool. So let me ask you this question. How do you feel about where you're at? Now, again, if you just came here today and this is your first day here, makes a difference. But A, I have no idea, and that might be because you're your first day here. B, we've been talking about scientific method for 2 days, and maybe maybe you got to do a little more studying. Maybe it's coming more and more clear to you. Letter C, and maybe you give me the test. Okay, so so that is where we're at. So it looks like more people are in the B and C range, which is good. Some, not all of it. So you might have to do some studying. That's what we're going to be talking about, notes. That's why we were going to spend some time with this thing. All right. So 6 people said 6 and 4, and one person said, give me the test. I'm ready for it. Okay, so here is a practice problem. All right, so we are going to decide what is the control group in this practice problem. So you want to determine the effect of certain fertilizer on the growth of orchids grown in the greenhouse. And if you've ever seen orchids at the grocery store, they're so pretty, and the flowers stay forever. They never fall off. So they're really beautiful. Materials that are available include a greenhouse, 100 orchids, water, fertilizer, and soil. You want to know if the orchids will grow best with weak concentration of fertilizer, or a medium concentration of fertilizer, or a high concentration of fertilizer. You are going to design an experiment to test the concentrations. Now, you made a prediction. You make a prediction. I predict the orchids will grow best in the medium fertilizer. So remember that, because I'm going to ask that question of you later. Okay, so here's the experiment. You got the 100. You break them into 4 groups. 25 plants will receive plain water. Group 2, 25 will get weak fertilizer. 25 will get medium fertilizer. See, remember, that's what we expected. That's our hypothesis, medium fertilizer. And 25 plants will get high concentration of fertilizer. All right, so here's your poll question. All right, poll question, A, B, C, or D. All right, which is the control group in here? Is it Group 1 with plain water? Is it Group 2 with weak fertilizer? Is it Group 3 with medium fertilizer? Is it Group 4 with high fertilizer? So let me know what you think. A, B, C, or D. Which is the control group? Which is the one we're trying to compare everything else to, right? Okay, so it's kind of the odd person out here. And it looks like 11, half of you have gotten it right. All right, let's publish the poll here. Yes, Group 1 has no fertilizer in it. That's what the control group talks about, no fertilizer. Now, you didn't have to convince the plants, hey, I'm going to give you fertilizer and you not fertilizer. They could care less, or maybe they do. Hey, give me fertilizer. Just give me water. But if you are a person, you might want to know. So the control group was the 25 plants that received water. 75 plants receiving fertilizer was the experimental group. So in a controlled experiment, all variables must be kept constant. So we have only one variable that we chose to control. The independent variable was adding fertilizer. But all plants receive the same amount of water. They all grew in the same size pots. They all plants were in the same temperature and all received the same amount of sunlight. Okay, so that is important, but we did change the fertilizer. All right, so the control group grew 15 centimeters. The wheat concentration went to 35 centimeters. We're measuring the length. The medium got 28 centimeters, and the high concentration got 10. All right, we hypothesized that the orchids would grow best in medium concentration fertilizer. Did we, does this support our hypothesis? Tell me yes or no. Does it support our hypothesis? Yes or no? All right, remember we did medium, and medium got you 28 centimeters. Wheat got us 35. All right, so we said that the weak or the medium would get us the highest height. So if you want to change your vote, if you can, should be a no, because we predicted that the medium would be the highest height and the weak concentration got us the highest. All right. So that was a kind of a stumper there for several of you. All right, so the medium is what we predicted, but the weak is what showed up. And it's okay. We make mistakes, right? We make mistakes. And partly, we don't have a crystal ball. We just try the best we can. And again, it's like I said, Post-it notes were a mistake. Saran wrap was a mistake. So many mistakes that have just come through. Things get blown up. All right, so here is 1, 2, or 3, or 4. All right, so in this, we hypothesized that the orchids would grow best in medium concentration of fertilizers. The results do not support this. The results do not support our hypothesis. That's okay. All right, so after a month of measuring the orchids, the following data is obtained. Which orchids grew best? Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and I'll start this poll for you. And just tell me which one grew the best. All right, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Every time somebody votes on this thing, my computer screen rattles. I'm not sure why. It's like, what? So come on, Levi, Sameo, Kendall, Jaden, Jace, Brennan, Andrew 2, and Amelia. I gotta look how to pronounce that. Do I have anybody in here? All right. Thanks, Audrey, for getting in there. Appreciate it. All right, so let's publish the poll. Yeah, group 2, the weakest concentration. Right. Okay. Orchids grow best in weak fertilizer. The medium and high inhibited or made it grow less. Less than, so even medium made it grow more than the water, but 10 for the high concentration, it would be better not to put anything on at all. So it's important to have a large sample size. A sample size is, like you're sampling so if you go into a place like, go to Mackinac Island in Michigan, I always recommend you go there. It's a long distance for all of you. But if you ask for a sample of fudge, ask for a large sample. So the same thing when it comes to experimenting. You get yourself a large group of things that you're experimenting with, like the orchids in this case, because the more you test, the testing of individuals would be more accurate than if you only tested a few individuals. So That is always best. It's always best. You know, you might, with fudge, you might get the part of the fudge that has no nuts in it if you want nuts. You know, it's like, hey, I really like it with nuts, but I didn't get any nuts in this one. So why is it important to repeat the experiment many times? Experiments should be repeated to see if same results are obtained each time. This gives validity to, or it makes it valid to the test results. Okay, so you do it more than once, shows the people that, hey, I did this more than once. I can repeat this, you know, and people believe you. What's the importance of the control? The control shows that what will happen when the experimental factor is omitted. Without the control, there is no basis for comparison, and you would not know how the experimental factors affected the results. So you could have done just weak, medium, and high concentrations, but you couldn't compare it with water only. We wouldn't have really seen that the high concentration was worse than water. All right, so why is it important for scientists to accurately describe? It allows other scientists to repeat the experiments and verify the results. So if you think about it, if you are an orchid grower and you have, this is your livelihood, this kind of information is important because you wouldn't know that your orchids were not growing really well when you're putting high concentrations on it. You're wasting your money. All right. The difference between independent and dependent variables. Independent is the deliberately changed one, like the fertilizer, like the vaccine. The dependent variable is the one that observed. So the how you felt after you took the vaccine and the growth of the plants. All right. In controlled experiments, we must control the variables, all of them except one, to be kept constant throughout. If several variables are changed at the same time, they don't know what happened. Okay, so we're done with this. All right, so let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to have you guys work on this assignment. This is a bonus assignment. Okay, and I will show you where it is. All right, over here, share, 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 Sunny and share. All right, so here we go. All right, so, okay. So if you go to block 5, go to block 5. If you go to the modules, you will find Student Scientific Method Review. All right, so I'm going to give you the link as well down here so you can have it. Now, when you open this up, you want to click on this Student Scientific Method Review, and that opens it up in big form. There are 3 slides, and I'm going to pop back in and help you, but I'm going to let you start this off. Tell me if you've gotten in there, okay? Denied. Okay, you know what it is? I probably am on I'm on a different class assignment. Okay, block 5. Okay, so this is denied, huh? All right, let me double check. I'm going to edit this assignment. We are in block 5, right? Block 5. All right. Points, bonus points today. All right. Is it 1 p.m.? Yeah, it's 1 p.m. All right. Save and publish. Maybe that's it. Let me double check. Try that. Does it work? Did it work this time? Anybody? Yeah, I forgot to publish it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to give you guys this document here. Let me see if I can find it for you. Upload, and I'm going to put it in the on the home page. So you have your graphic organizer, okay? So I'm going to open this up and make sure that you got the latest version of the graphic organizer. All right. Upload. Okay, so I got to stop sharing here. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to give you this, guys. Okay, so this is the graphic organizer, the 2 slides. All right, so the other slide is ask a question or identify a problem. How does hot weather affect your heart rate? Just a possible answer to a prediction is a hypothesis. As the temperature rises and my heart rate goes up, the control group has no heat. The experimental group is equal to adding heat. The difference between independent and dependent, and quantitative and qualitative in there. So I'm going to give you this document and I'm going to put it in the home page. So I'm going to do that now. You can see me do it if I haven't done it already. I can't remember which from what class, one class to another, if I have done it or not. Okay, so let me do this. Share. I'm going to go over to. All right, so I'm going to go over to the. Let's see, student. Okay, so I'm going to go to the home page, not module page. All right, so this organizational tool, if you find it useful, it's going to be, let me do this here. All right, yeah, it's going to be underneath the science process notes. So this is going to be called graphic organizer. Okay, and I'm going to load that up for you guys. Just have to find it, upload the document. There we go. Submit. Okay, so the graphic organizer is set for you guys. Where's the save button on this thing? Escape. Okay, that's what I want to do. Save. All right, so you can, now the thing is about the graphic organizer, you can use this on the test, right? You can use it on the quizzes. It's, 2 pages long, and you've got most of the information you'll need in order to do well on that test, okay? All right. Okay, so let's go back to, so let me help you guys with okay, where are we now? Okay, so I have to look for the teacher version of this same document. Let me look for it. All right, student, where are you? Teacher version. All right, so where are you? Scientific. You'd think they'd put this in alphabetical order. It isn't. Oh, there's scientific method. Must be. All right, teacher copy. All right, there we go. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is go to the, let me do this. I have to, all right, so I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn these off for a minute here, and then we're going to help each other out on this. All right, because I've finished it and I forgot to unfix it. All right. I'll be right with you guys. Rather than just show you the results, I want you to kind of help me out trying to figure out where things go. I'll be with you in a bit here. Sorry about, I should have fixed this up. Forgot that I didn't work on it, had worked on this earlier. And then I went to lunch and everything went out of my head. Okay. Almost there. There we go. Okay. Let me go to share my screen again. Share. All right. So if you guys will give me some help on this, let's talk about this last page. If you get to the last page, it says you need to log into a Google account. Okay. Do you have, is your, it maybe say paused on your Google account. So if you've had it open for a while, right? Sorry about that, Aiden. So what I notice when I look at my letter C up here, if it says paused, I have to log back in. So if that's not working, let me know. All right. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So where would I put, does the temperature of the classroom affect student performance? Should I put that in testable or not testable? If you could kind of give me an idea what you think, testable or not testable? Yeah, you're right, Elroy. It's testable, right? Now you might not want to be in that study, but remember, if I were doing that study, I'd have you sign up. You know, it's like, hey, we're going to turn the temperature up on you and see how. But I might not even tell you. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm going to do some classroom things for you, and I just want to test you on some things, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. How about this? Is this ethical, exposing UV light to people to see if they cause a skin cancer? What do you think? Testable, untestable, not testable? Okay, it is testable, but would we want to do that? Yeah, so we're going to put this in unethical. We can do it. Okay. Now, I also put where whales are found in the world is not testable because it's too broad of a subject, right? So here, the one with testing of the temperature, it's just one thing. We're just doing temperature and student performance. Here, we're looking for all the whales found in the world. So it's not testable. How about this one? Testable or not testable? This actually been done, infecting inmates with malaria to see the effects of drug therapies. What do you think? No, it's not, right? It is testable. We did this one, but this is unethical. This is one of those things where it did help us in World War II. We found a cure for malaria for those people fighting, but these were inmates. They did, but we don't do that anymore. Just like we try not to, if we can help it, don't test animals. We don't test animals. How about this one? Apples. Well, what type of apples grown in our state? Is that something that we want to be testable? Can be, but it's pretty broad. Remember, it's pretty broad. So that means there's too much to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this to the untestable side, and we're going to use this. How about this one? Does the size of the seed affect the germination rate? What do we want to say? Yep, yep, that is testable because we're just testing size and germination rate. So here is just too many apples, okay? All right. So let's go back to this one right here. This is kind of complicated, but I tried to do it so that their color, so the colors that are the same go together. Okay. So, anybody know what I should put in for observation? Observation. And if you need me to go back to that other screen, screen 3, let me know and I'll go back. So I'm asking, okay, so you want to see this one right here? Or you want to see the notes, like the ones like this? Okay. So this one, okay. So if you want to, again, like I said, let me go back here. If you want to go and go over to your home page, go to the home page. Not there. I want the home page. So go to courses, block 5, and then go to the home page right here, graphic organizer. That's something you got. Okay, cool. Great. Okay, so let's go back to the teacher copy. This one here. All right. Okay, so where are we going to put what observation? What are we going to put for observation? Anybody got it? Pink at the top. Ask a question and or identify a problem. Okay. All right. How about hypothesis? Anybody? Ask a question box, right? Right. So we got pink. We've got report out. We've got analyze data. We've got possible answer for a prediction. Oh, you're thinking the answer. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that's a hypothesis, possible answer to the prediction. Got it. All right, so now in experiments, we have 2 groups. Anybody know what we're going to do with the groups? What groups do we put in there? Top left. Okay, Elroy says green. Top left. Okay, so we have a control group, the group that doesn't get the medicine, the one that we're comparing it to. And then what other green one are we looking for? So we've got another green one to put in same color. Try to do that. What's that one say? Yeah, thanks, Sabrina. Experimentals. The experimental one is the one that gets the vaccine, one that gets the fertilizer, and we look at the results. Okay, so those are the 2 groups in my experiment. Now, variables, what variables am I using? No. No for vaccine, right? So what variables am I using? Anybody want to put something in there? What variables? No, you meant green. You don't like green. I gotcha. My favorite color is not green. It's not yellow either. Thank you, Devin. Independent, right. So I'm going to put this in. I'm actually going to make this smaller. Independent variable. I'm going to make this smaller. 1, 2, 3. So I can put it in there a little bit better. Independent. And what other one do I want to put in there? It's also yellow. Yellow. What's it say? Yellow. DE. Dependent variable. Yeah. All right. So I got to make this smaller so it fits a little bit bigger, better. There we go. All right, so we've got the independent variable, the dependent variable, and the independent one is where we add the one variable that we're using. We're going to put it in the experimental group, and we're going to take it out of the control group. And then what the results we get will be once we've done the experiment. So quantitative data and qualitative data. Anybody have any idea what we want to put in there? Thanks, Elroy, for the dependent. Top blue. Okay, so qualitative data. I'm going to get this out of the way here. Qualitative data is your five senses: color, soft, sour. What about the quantitative data? Bottom right, still blue. All right. And then one more blue. Disprove or prove. Which one of those? Yep, we can put analyze on top of that, but we're going to put something on the side there by disprove and prove. Yep, the hypothesis. I keep wanting to say hypotenuse. So analyzing the data, we can use quantitative or qualitative information to analyze. We can disprove the hypothesis. And what other? Okay, I guess I'm going to put disprove the hypothesis there. So that way it's, all right. Wait a minute, I'm going to put this up here and this down there. I have analyzing the data there. So, all right, and one last one, reporting out. Okay, so we report this out. Okay. All right. There you go. And you should, if you use your notes, you should be able to fill in this top one, right? Right, so you should be able to do that. Anybody need help on that one? Oh, I'm sorry about that. If you have to leave class, it's raining bad right now. So do you lose internet connection when that happens? Could you go to the notes? Okay, yeah, sure. There you go. Or you want to see the first page? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay. So like here is the first page here. Okay, I'll leave it on that one. All right, guys, you're about done there. Please submit this. It's because it's bonus. It's due by Friday at midnight, and I grade this individually, right? So that means bonuses they don't go till January 12th. They for a limited time offer, only a limited time, right? So only for a limited time, you got to have a coupon for this. So you've got till Friday. If you haven't done it, got to do it by Friday midnight, and I don't open them back up. So if you say, hey, Mr. Gale, I want some bonus, okay, they don't open up. They expire. So the regular assignments, the W1, the W2 assignments that are in the homepage and so forth, they stay till January 12th, but the bonuses don't. Easy points. All right. So if you guys could do me a favor in the private chat, tell me how I'm doing. This is the first week, the halfway point in the first week. Am I doing too much for you guys? Am I making it too hard for you? Is it is it too easy for you? Too hard? Let me know, because you guys, I'm the Uber driver and you tell me where I'm going, right? So you pay me when I drive you. But, if I'm going too fast, maybe that you want me to. Maybe you want me to get you there really fast and dangerously. But I really need to know how I'm doing. If this is like too remedial, which means it's way below your level, you need harder stuff, or if it's too hard, let me know. All right, anything that you can do to help me steer this ship, I appreciate it. So if you can give me in the private chat anything that you can, or send me an email, that would be great. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I thank you, Sabrina. 345 678 910. Is that your phone number, Elroy? Because that would be so cool. I would love to have that. All right. All right, guys. Get to your next class. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. You guys are doing a great job being here, even though there are 58 people and 20 of you are showing up. If you show up, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be teaching. And this is so great to see you. Love you all. Goodbye. Oh, I appreciate that people like how I do the notes. Thank you much. All right.